Hey there, everyone. I will get rolling here momentarily. I appreciate you joining me for another edition of our Beyond the Forecast every Thursday. This one is going to have a little bit of a different look because we are talking about our winter outlook for the 2024-2025 season. We definitely will likely have a different winter than last year as we are switching from El Nino to La Nina. This is going to be a weak La Nina season as opposed to a strong El Nino. And last season we had the warmest winter on record. We had below average snowfall. We're probably going to change both of those things this upcoming winter. And we actually did just get through our first official snowfall of the season today, where we saw a trace of snow officially reported at the airport in Flint. So let's get rolling. When we talk about a weak La Nina during the winter, we've had several winters that we have talked about a weak La Nina, and more recently, they have been warmer than average. It's not likely that we are going to see a record warm winter like we saw last season, but we are talking about potentially some temperatures that are warmer than average. When we take all the days and the nights, we average them out, likely going to be warmer than what is typical. Precipitation is also more often than not on the higher end. So we have above average precipitation, whether that's rain, sleet, snow, freezing rain, maybe even all of the above at certain points in the year. That at least is what we can most likely expect here for the winter ahead. And this is going to be December, January, and February that we are talking about this winter outlook. For snowfall, most recently years have been above normal as well. So even though we've had in recent years where we've had a weak La Nina, above normal temperatures, we've also had above normal snowfall. So that doesn't necessarily correlate. You need colder temperatures, of course, to see some snowfall. But if we average it out, could still have some colder days to go along with the milder days, and in those colder days could have several opportunities at snowfall. When we talk about La Nina, what exactly is happening? Well, we go into the same region that we talked about El Nino in the Pacific Ocean, just off the coast of South America. Those trade winds, which usually blow east to west, push that warmer surface water towards Asia. So we're seeing that flipping. So we had more of a west to east trade wind last winter with El Nino. That is flipping now, pushing that warmer water away and allowing for, because they are getting stronger and stronger, some of the cooler water to rise to the surface in the eastern Pacific, and both of those areas actually influence the jet stream as we get into wintertime. So we have the Pacific jet, which comes across the western coast, and that meets up with the polar jet. And because we have that wavy jet stream, we usually talk about the more active setting and the more active pattern that would give us a wetter outlook for the winter, more rain and snow chances, and more of those opportunities for cold fronts to come through, lake effect, and also some system snowfall, which we missed out on in our most recent day, which was last night into today. What also occurs is some colder air is able to move in more frequently to the United States, and that could also mean some colder days, some colder outbreaks to go along with some milder days as well. All kind of averages out to be potentially a little bit above average for our wintertime temperatures. When we're talking about the temperature outlook for 2024 into 2025, this winter, December, January into February, it's likely going to be colder than normal as you go towards the Northwest, Pacific Northwest, and the upper plains, while we are kind of in the middle ground of maybe some near normal to above normal temperatures as of right now. And I'm going to actually go back to that and give you a little bit more of a up-close view. You can see we're kind of in the battleground, so it could go either way. We could be maybe a little bit below normal, could be near normal, could be above normal, but what we're likely seeing is we are trending above normal with our winters recently, so we're going to lean more towards an above normal winter compared to average, with some colder outbreaks and some milder days kind of in the mix. Then we go into precipitation. So we're likely going to have an above normal precipitation for 2024, 2025. Below normal as you go further to the south. We are in that green shading, and I'm going to also zoom in here on this one as well. We are in the green shading for the entire Great Lakes, entire state of Michigan, as we are likely going to see an above normal precipitation for not only rain, but also potentially snowfall. So we will see kind of how things, in the short term, which, we can't necessarily talk about just yet, but in the short term, in that 7-day forecast, we'll see if we get more rain, more snow, but it's likely going to be more of a near normal to above normal temperature and snowfall for this winter ahead. So our average snowfall during the winter is 39.5 inches. We have a 35% chance of near normal snowfall and a 40% chance of above normal snowfall. It's less likely that we see a below normal snowfall. Same thing with temperatures. We're giving it a 40% chance to be normal and a 40% chance to be above normal, with only a 20% chance to be below normal. So it's not likely that we'll see a colder and less snowy winter ahead. What we're likely going to have is a snowier but also warmer winter ahead when you kind of average it all out by the end of it on February 28th. We got through our first snowfall. We had a trace of snow. Average on a day like today is about 0.1 inches of snow, so we were still below that. But the seasonal total, should I say, is now a trace of snow after seeing some of that snow today. So our first average snow, we got through that already officially here today. Average that we usually see is November 15th, so we're a little bit behind, but not too far, just about a week behind the average first inch of snowfall, November 28th. We'll see if that happens. Most likely that would have to be on Thanksgiving here in a week or so. So maybe we'll be right on cue with Thanksgiving giving us our first inch of snowfall. And then our first 6 inches of snow usually happens on January 13th, which did not happen last year. We had snowstorms, but they did not get up to about 6 inches or higher. So putting it all together, the winter headlines, it's potentially going to be more active due to La Nina compared to last year. We could see higher snow, higher rain, or both will be on the higher end of things. And our winters lately have trended warmer. Winters with a weak La Nina in recent times. And I'll give you some of the years that we have seen a weak La Nina and what that meant for our temperatures. So we'll start at 2000 to 2001. We had a weak La Nina that was below average with our temperatures and also above average with our snowfall. And then in 2005, 2006, we had an above normal temperature and an above normal snowfall. In 2008, 2009, below average temperatures, above normal snowfall. And then the next 4 times, which was 2011, 2012, 2016, 2017, 2017, 2018, and then 2022, 2023. That was the most recent time. So 2022, 2023, we had above normal temperatures and actually below normal snowfall. So, we'll kind of see. But in 2017, 2018, we had a below normal snow and 65 inches, below normal temperature and 65 inches of snowfall. That was the heaviest amount of snow. The most amount of snow in a weak La Nina winter was back in 2017, 2018. So if our temperatures start to trend a little bit colder than normal, which is not likely going to be the occurrence, we could maybe be talking about a much above normal snowfall. We'll likely be right in the normal to slightly above normal snowfall range, with a lot more of the precipitation falling as rain, maybe even some sleet and freezing rain, but we will average it all out towards the end of the winter on February 28th, or more so March 1st, once we're done with February 28th. I want to show you the 7-day forecast after we just went through our winter ahead, just to kind of show you that it will be getting warmer. We'll see temperatures mid to upper 40s starting tomorrow through Monday. Scattered rain showers return on Monday. That cools us down back into the 30s, and we see a chance of some rain and snow for our Thanksgiving at 39 degrees. So Thanksgiving likely going to be colder than last year, maybe a bit snowier. We will see. All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you have any questions, you can always come back to this video. It'll live on our Facebook page. We'll also put it online on midmichigannow.com. We are also going to feature this again at about 10:30 tonight on Fox 66. So we hope you tune in to that, and we will join you again next week on Thursday. Take care.